What is up, my G's? Capital G, capital O, capital D. Thank you for waking me up and blessing me with another day, dear Lord, and keeping me healthy. Big up to wifey and kids. Love you guys. And big up to my boy D Champ showing up, of course, once and always on the scene. First fam bammer. Guys, we're just maybe possibly doing two legs, but for sure one. Continuing to test everything in X-Plane 12. So when we say our prayers. So we're gonna take a high capacity route. Airbus A350W A350-900XWB. Out of here at the E gates, I believe we're at Echo 14, and we are heading over to Orlando International so that we can park at Airside 4. Big up with you, spawning man. Good to see you, my G. Hope all is well. We got the Mango Studio sound pack on this. We got this thing running right, hopefully. So let's get on board because we got a lot of work to do with this thing. Okay, first we want to recognize everything is cold and dark. I like to come to this side, man, and get this armrest up. All right, so everything here is cold and dark. Throttles are in the idle position. Parking brake is on. Everything is dark. Sorry, the seat where I have to sit, and I still haven't figured out X camera. I got to watch a couple videos so that I can adjust it so when I look, I'm not on top of the seat. But anyway, we got a good view here. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and power this thing up. And you know what? Let's, I want to make sure my sounds are working good, so let's do this. Let's turn this, these tones off, man. We can get into those tunes again here in a minute, but let's respect the sound pack, my G's. Here we go. Emergency battery. 2. Just go on across. Battery, EMLU, the pack system, the galley shed bus, commercial 1 and 2. Of course, we want to tie that bus. Okay. APU generator doesn't need to be on. Now, what you can do with these are all just going to go to fault. You can turn them on. It's okay. Even the packs. The only thing I won't click on is obviously the AU bleed. But all of this you can go ahead and turn on. Because nothing's going to happen anyway until the systems activate. And you'll get a message that the cabin... you know what? I didn't save my preferences last time. Let's see. It's got to be... Let me see here. I believe it was click and manipulate. Save current. Little pause there. We should be able to rotate it now. Okay, no, that's not it. Alright, let's see. Click manipulate. MFD. Touchscreen. Is it maybe this one? Oops, no, that's not that. So we want to keep it. We want to keep a touchscreen. Okay. So inches, real easy. Let's see. Display, auto helper, X-plane window, and screen. It should be. Let's see. Let's go back to manipulate here. It should be able to. I don't know why we're not being able to turn these. It's got to do something with the mouse. Let's see. I wonder if it's click and manipulate. We have to save current, maybe? That's not it. Let's see here. We're going to figure this out. Regular MFD wheel and pop up. No, we want touchscreen. Minimal, draw lines, mouse wheel, zoom only. Auto helper, screens, disabled, X-plane window. That's the pop out. X-plane window, display, draw pilots. Let's see, is it maybe zoom only? No, that's zoom only. Manipulate. I should be able to go over these knobs and this thing should be turning like so I can click them. So I don't understand what is going on here. Yo, this is annoying. Alright, so we're going to figure this out. So, but any of these, it's not letting me. Draw lines, mouse wheel, cursor on display. It's not even letting me select that one. Difficulty structural, boom. Draw lines, minimal, auto pause, font. Pop up type X-plane window in screen. So that's the MFD. So yeah, we're not touching it. This is what I'm saying. It should be one of these right here. Pop up type X-plane window. Cursor on display. Oh man, let's see. Ignore air rack. I wonder if I'm gonna have to reload. Here, let's get some music on the background while I'm trying to figure this out. That's why we're doing this. Alright. Screens glow. That's what we want. I just cannot believe that. See, all this is working. Yeah, it's got to be one of those things that we got to click, manipulate. Let's see, end screen. Let's do this. Nope. Okay. Touch screen. We said MFD. That's what we want. Does this make a difference? I don't think it does. Oh, man. Let's see. Manipulate. See, stuff like that, it comes up. I don't even know why Flight Factor's given this type of problem here. Screens glow, pop out. Click and manipulate. Let's see. Oh man, this is a pain in the butt. I don't understand. All right, let me look up something really quick. I'll be right back with you, my G's. Hey, what's up, retired man? Good to see you, my G. All right. Sorry about that. I had to take a break, man. I was getting hot. All right, so this is the only place that I can think that this thing needs to let me see, were we on manipulate? Let's see, let's restore to defaults. All settings are restored to defaults. So let's look up top now. Let's see if we can do anything. Look, now we can. Look, now we can. Okay. All right. So annoying. So we're gonna leave that as is, but we need to change a few things. Like let's see, real. Okay, we need to change this to 18,000. Okay, we're gonna leave. I don't know why it says mouse wheel zoom only, but that's not what's happening. It's not zoom only, but whatever. I think it's a glitch. End screen. Let's make sure this works. Okay, that works. So it's actually working how I want it to work with going to defaults, and that didn't make any sense. The only thing I need to change is this. Save current. Okay, now we can get back to work. Let's go ground services. Hopefully we didn't run out of battery messing to do this. Let's get this batteries on first. Now that we got that problem figured out. Okay. All right. There we go. Perfect. Now what I was trying to do. Okay, zoom only. Okay, you would have to, let me see, you'd have to left click and hold that. That's not bad. But I want to be able to click, let's see, let's go back to options. I want to be able to click and manipulate. Okay, it doesn't like that. So we know how to get it back. Let's go to manipulate. Doesn't like that either. Now watch this. If we go back to zoom only. So now I just have to grab it and turn it, which is fine. That's not normally how I needed to do it. Like these ones I gotta have to hold it and drag it now, which is fine. So, and this should work. Okay, that's perfect. Okay. Alright, so sorry about that, guys. If it ain't one thing, it is the next. Alright. Let's keep going, man. Alright, we're getting all this stuff on, guys, so we'll never get out of here. Just, that was already, I don't know how many minutes delay. But that's why we're doing this. Get our NSS's on. Let's get our vents on. Hydraulic pumps to fault. Of course, none of this is going to work. Okay, on. Boom. Alright, now let's get nav light on, logo to auto, and let's arm our emergency lights here, and let's get the cabin pressure into the auto modes for pressurization, and I think we are good there. And let's also grab that and switch that over a little bit. So it's always something. Okay, let's do our APU test before we end up starting that. There we go. Okay, that was our fire test there. Okay, just making sure everything up top is good. Alright, let's jump down to the bottom. And let's go with our init. Now what we can do is just do a, well, first of all, yeah, let's do our flight plan request. Okay, give it a second. It'll populate our cost index and the rest of the stuff while it's getting the information. Flight level 410. Okay, that's in. Now we can go to the IRS, and we still, even though a line is available in 8 minutes, you're still gonna put IRS aligning on the GPS position. So we'll do that. This is the one that I accidentally turned, so this one will be slightly delayed. No worries there. Let's start working on checklists. Okay, electrical power up is all good. We did all this, all the batteries, all the switches, and it's going to let us know when it's green that we did it. It's okay. ECAM mode, NSS, cab data, the NSS gate link, cooling, cabin fans. We did that. That's why we came into that little problem, man. We don't need to do this because we're not starting the APU yet. So let's come back to the checklist menu here. And we're going to leave it here. And we do have ATC on here. So in the meantime, let's come over here and get our charts up. All right, we are at Atlanta, Hartsville. Boom. Let's take a look where we're at. So on this side, maybe we'll use runway 26 left. This person is taxiing down, so it looks like the actual western runways are in use, but we'll figure that out. Let's go back to our departure. And we're going to be departing on the Smilts 3. Let's get some ATIS right now. Departure ATIS 25,550.
In effect, ground control will assign runway with taxi instructions. Notices determine. Operate with mode C on all ramps, taxiways, and runways. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information Oscar.
Oscar's current.
Atlanta Airport departure information Oscar 0152 Zulu. Westcom. Visibility 10. Ceiling 25,000 broke. Temperature 8. Dew point -11. Altimeter 3022. Simultaneous departure. Departing runway 26 left. 27. Expect our nav off the ground departing runway 26 left. Expect our nav off the ground departing runway 27 right. Runway 27 right departure taxiway whiskey operations in effect. Ground control will assign runway with taxi instructions. Notices to airmen. Operate transponder with mode C on all ramps, taxiways, and runways. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information Oscar.
All right. 32,975. And we'll get that turned up. 32,975. Okay, cool. All right, so now let's come back down here. And I like all these in the night mode. All right, so if we're looking here, there looks to be a break here, so we're going to be, unless I can come under this, and we'll see. I believe I probably can. Let's go out and take a look really quick, because they might.
Delta 1700, reduce speed to 210. Reduce speed 210, American 1700. Delta 1700 comes.
Yeah, so I can still go. I can still taxi here to get over to the other side too, so that's fine. All right. All right, let's turn some systems on, guys.
7 Juliet
While we're
0,
aligning,
133.47.
we're gonna come over here to the servos. We're gonna go over, start over to the status switches. We're gonna start getting our weather systems on and our transponder systems. We got 2 systems for both. Then we're also gonna come over here to controls and switches. We're gonna put our squawk code in that was given. We have a pre-departure clearance that was given to us. So 5723 is our squawk. We're going to turn the weather on. And let's see here. That is good for now. Let's go back to the FMS active, and we're not done with the init page yet. Okay, let's come and start filling in our weights.
1400, just starting ascent now to flight level 330.
Let's open up.
Washington 133.72.
See doors and hatches. Let's do load configuration. And this door is definitely not going to be used right now. Ground equipment, we need planet gate, luggage loader, fuel truck, chops.
We're 68 level 340. 1680, let us know.
Okay, now we're going to go to airplane, and we're going to load this thing. Loading the flight factor A350-XWB is a bit of a challenge sometimes because you can't really put the exact weights in. I turned that music off. Once we start planning up the FMC, we'll get PAC-X started. So it's asking for 241 passengers. Okay, so what I usually do, I start middle, then I go heavy. Okay, 241 passengers. That's what it's asking for right here. And the payload is 38. So we got the 241 passengers in here. So like I said, it's a high capacity. This is actually what SimBrief gave me, so it's probably listening to me about today's stream. Cargo weight is 19,560 kilos. So right now the cargo weight is 19,500. So what I think it did this time, it didn't work last time I tried it. I think it gave me the SimBrief information. Let's see, fuel. No, but it didn't because the fuel is incorrect. So 241. The cargo weight is actually correct. Miscellaneous weight. Let's see. Total payload weight is 47. So luggage weight, passenger weight. I wonder if there's any type of way to get rid of. So we're like way over. 241. It's got the luggage weight, 19.5 or 47,928. So let me try something in SimBrief. Let me adjust the payload weight and see if that can. Let me see if that's even a possibility. Okay, payload 38,690, 47,928. 47,928.
Flight level 410. 418, let us know.
Generate flight.
Number 3285 Golf, contact.
See what we got here.
133.47.
47,928, 1415. There we go. So you got to play with the numbers. So what I'm doing is basically, we cannot manipulate the luggage or the passenger weight. And the passenger weight you might be able to if you go into options, if there's an option to change the average weight of a passenger, then I imagine you would be able to, but let's see. So anyway, I like it now. So now basically what I needed it to do was to adjust it for the payload. Now the cargo is way off. 19. Yeah, so I'm not even going to mess with the cargo because I like the payload weight and I like the cargo weight. When I adjusted the payload weight, if I adjust the cargo weight, it's going to adjust the total payload. Because if you add these up, 20, put basically 20 is 41, plus the rest, you get this number. And I cannot manipulate the rest, so I like this. So we can implement that and go to the fuel now. The fuel you want to get right into your sim brief,
Calling 0 about 5
briefing preview. It's asking for a total of 14, 15, 15 kilograms. The trip fuel is 6176. You definitely got to do basic math using this flight factor. The alternate fuel is 3935, and I'm getting all this from my sim brief. Oops. Well, let's just do contingency since I'm on it. It's 1435.
1700 for level 310.
Enter.
Level 1700 Atlanta Center.
Alternate is 3935. APU time, they usually give us 30 minutes. Let's do 30. Taxi time, we're going to do 30. So right now 13,202, 13,203. So now what I'm going to do is take 1415. So 14,515 minus 13,203 is 1312. So when I put this 1312 in there, we're going to have 14,515 kilograms. Boom. There it is right there. We got the right amount of fuel that the aircraft is asking, or the flight plan is asking us for. So passengers and cargo are loaded now, so that's good. Now's the fun part, y'all. Let's get PackX going so we can get out of here. Sorry about the delay. You guys know how it is when you're trying to... Now this has got us... Oh, you know what? Yes. Okay, perfect. So all I have to do now is adjust the flight level, 390, so that's no problem.
Atlanta Center, good
So
evening again.
390.
957 US here is out of 12.5.
There we go.
14,000.
So now,
Here, Atlanta Center, good day, climate change, level 4.
uh,
I'm saying level 450, Central US here.
so 27 right is definitely going to be the runway that we're going to taxi to. Let's see what this, you see this delta is blocked off here? Let's see what that entails. Non-movement area, contact 131. So we'll see. We'll plan runway 27. So now we're going to go right down the initialization page, or in it. IRS is already getting taken care of. Departure, we're going to plan on runway 27 right. And if it changes, we can change it. So we're going to plan on runway 27 right. The standard instrument departure is the Smilts 3. And the transition is Wale. And then for this flight, I believe we go right into the...
It looks like your microphone's not working. I'm assuming you're able to receive voice.
I believe we go right into the
arrival. The Atlanta altimeter is
arrival. All right. Information's an hour old, but they're using the northern runways. And we're going to be parking airside 4.
Sorry, who was that?
That's 124.
Out of 124, Atlanta Center, good day. Expect the visual runway 24. Birmingham altimeter is...
So let's take a look here.
I work for visual for 24 and altimeter 232, that's 124.
Man, I love it when I hear kids on there doing their thing, man. This is what I would want my kids to get into, but it's not for everybody.
202, it's still not working. Right back.
It's such a good brain activity to fly, honestly, and problem solve.
Over 1491, descend via the Hobbit 3 arrival. The Atlanta altimeter is 3.
Okay, there's 3 seconds left. You know, much longer runway. So maybe we'll just stick to 3-6 left because we are heavy. Let me see what the real life digital ADA says. ILS runway 35 right and 36 left. I mean, it's half a dozen or same because look at this long taxi would be to airside 4 here. So we'll pick 36 left. Alright, with the spirit of that, let's go ahead and get the arrival, which is the Grinch 3, fitting for the time of the season, right? Okay, here's 36 left, 35 left, 36 left, 5000 Bryce. So we can just get the initial approach fix there.
Level 340, Delta 2224.
And let's go approach. Weather shouldn't be an issue, but if it is, we got plenty of options here, and this thing can auto land itself. ILS or localizer 36 left is fine with me. The CAT ratings change minimums. They change a few different things based off of visibility. So we'll take it from Tiwohi. All right, so let's keep going, y'all. MCO. Oops. Let's go return.
2507, contact Atlanta approach 133.47. 3347 for
let's go and go right here to the arrival. We already said it's 36 left. The approach is going to be ILS 36 left via Tiwohi. The star is the Grinch 5, and our transition point is Z-Jakes, or however you say that, Z-Jacks. Boom. Boom.
Delta 1700, descend main, same flight level 240. 240, 1700.
And I just thought about something. I'm going to have to amend my flight plan.
2403, contact Memphis Center 132.55. 13255.
Okay, that's fine to leave it like that. Let me amend this flight plan here with the new flying altitude of 390. Otherwise, they're going to be looking at me like I'm crazy. I'll just have to ask them to amend it. Let me see if anybody else came on before I'm talking to them. Let's see, Atlanta approach 33475.
Good day, Land 1046 with you, 330, reduce speed for...
On behalf of the cabin crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight. As you find your seat, be sure to place your luggage carry-on
Let's turn
items
that off
in
for now.
bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. If you have trouble finding a location for any of your
Atlanta
carry-on
approach,
items,
this
please
is
use the flight
Delta
attendant call
318
button
Heavy
over
here on the
somebody
ground, requesting an amendment to my flight plan prior to us departing here in Atlanta.
And it is full, make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers.
Yeah,
Also,
Roger,
make
we
sure that the
requested
aisle
some
is
weights
clear
and fuels,
sit
and we're going to
down
be
so that way other
requesting
passengers
flight level
can get by you.
390 versus flight level 410 for optimal flight operation.
318 and Atlanta departure cleared to Atlanta Airport. Just multi-departure lodge and extended file on maintain 10,000, expect 390 on 1 after departure.
Cell phones during the rest of the boarding process, but we
All right, cleared to Orlando International Airport via the Smilfs Wale SID with the Wale transition. Climb via SID and expect flight level 390 10 minutes after departure for Delta 318 Heavy.
Delta 318 Heavy rebatch, correct.
Thank you, sir, for your assistance. We'll talk to you in a bit.
Cool system.
Okay, so we got that squared away, so we have to amend our flight plan.
Take off and test some things. For 318 Whiskey Tango Atlanta
Okay.
approach.
Altimeter, like we said,
Atlanta departure
3022.
route. Are you just staying in the pattern or are you departing to a certain location?
I'll probably do a couple circuits to test something and then land back at PDK.
32 Whiskey Tango, runway 21 right, so you can actually stand by for a second.
I heard 21 right and then you kind of mumbled out.
Yeah, stand by for the taxi, 1 second.
Yeah,
We'll go on arc. We're going to be doing terrain on departure.
Charlie Alpha 5202, Atlanta Center, 3297.
We're going to do terrain on departure. Let me just respond here to something.
Charlie Alpha 5202, Atlanta Center, 132.907. Citation 85 Golf, set to maintain 3000.
3000, 3285 Golf.
Flight departure, Charlie Alpha 5202, 132.497. Today.
Other 2507, send and maintain 8000.
Down 8,000 for Delta 25 and 798.
All right. Sorry, that just sending a message to my brother. He wasn't feeling so hot. 2103 knots. That's looking good. Temperature 7. Dew point is -9. And Oscar, we'll check the actual ATIS once again. Now let's get back down here because we're still not done with our initialization page, believe it or not. So we got to come back here. In it. And now we need to go to fuel and load. And now we need to square all this up. So of course we got to come back over here to our air passengers. 0 fuel weight is 187.8. Zero fuel weight center of gravity is 21.
2507, center maintain 6000.
Block fuel is 14.5.
6,000
So 14.5 tons. And trip, yeah, we've got for taxi. For taxi, didn't say, but we got 30 minutes. Let's see what the briefing says here. Cost index, PAX number. We don't have 274. We've got 241. So you got to watch these numbers so they're accurate. Route reserve. The reserve we're going to have is 6405.
Position 85 Golf fly
So
heading
we're going to do 6.4.
280, vectors are final, 3285 Golf.
Let's see. Yep, 6.4. Alternate.
Tango holding short, 21 right on Alpha. Also, do you have an altimeter setting for us?
It was Tango. The current PC altimeter is going to be 30.
Alternate, we have 3.9.
Currently calm, 7 miles and clear. Runway 21 right. Make right close traffic.
9.
Right close traffic and 3022 on the altimeter.
Boom, boom, boom. Let's see, route reserve. I thought we put that in already. We said that was 6.4. Oh no, that's final. We need route reserve is 6.4. I don't know if I put that in the wrong area. Let's see, route reserve. Which I actually think the route reserve is 1.4 tons.
We're on your time now.
And the alternate is 3.9. Look, now it gives us 6.4. So that's what it is. The route reserve here is your contingency fuel.
Good morning, ladies and
And
gentlemen.
then final
welcome aboard flight
6.4 tons.
with service to Orlando. Our flight time will be roughly
And that'll
1
get us
hour
over
and
to our
4
alternate,
minutes.
which
Now
is
that the
Fort
cabin doors
Lauderdale.
are closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode
So
and
fuel
your
quantity,
devices
here's the
are
load
now shut
sheet,
down and
0
tuned.
fuel weight,
Please fasten your seatbelt and
ECAM,
make sure that all traces
center of
and
gravity,
suspension
seat
factor
belts
in
and
the full
pedals
upright
adjust,
lock position for departure.
and pretty
Cabin
soon
crew,
we'll do
keep your
external
doors
power
closed.
off. So this whole screen makes me happy. Minimum fuel at destination 10.3, which is good because we need 6.4 on the reserve. So we got everything. Here's our calculated landing weight, 195,000 pounds, or tons, I'm sorry. Yeah. Let's see, boom, 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 payload. Max landing weight, estimated landing weight was 197 via the brief, and we're 195. So we're all within parameters, and this thing is very important that you guys get this right. You know, if you're trying to simulate the flight correctly. So now, let's just go back and make sure we're done with our initialization page, which we are. Now comes the fun part: takeoff performance. Now, takeoff performance in this aircraft, you're going to have to do more math than you want to. So you're going to come over here to the perf calculator. The first thing that you need to do is find out the runway slope, and I'm going to show you how to do it. You're going to go to Atlanta. We're taking runway 27 right, so we're going to take the differences in elevation at both ends of the runway. So 977
Cleared ILS 21 left approach. We have the airport in sight.
and 1019.
We'll maintain 3000.
So we're going to take
heading 240, 3285 Golf.
25, Joe 7 flighting, 230, better to final.
We're going to take
230, better to final.
1019 minus 977. That's 42.
Runway 21 right, clear.
Yeah, 1019
traffic citation on a 5-mile final.
minus 977, and the runway is 12,390 feet, so we're going to divide it by 12,390 feet, and then we're going to multiply that by 100.
21 right, clear for the option.
So our slope is 0.3.
Winds calm, runway 21 left, clear the wind. Yeah, traffic is going to be the traffic pattern, runway 21 right.
So we're going to type in 0.
Oops. Clear to land, and we do have the traffic in
3.
325 Golf, and we'll be parking at signature.
Flap setting is going to be 2.
Tango, I also have traffic inside at my 1 o'clock.
Roger, maintain visual separation for the traffic ticket.
And there we go, 41,361.
Make my turn for base.
So kids, stay in school.
Roger, maintain visual separation report when you make that base turn, runway 21.
All right. The oops.
A350 Tango, maintain visual separation.
141. Ah, my fingers. Let's try the other pad. 141. Enter. 141. Enter.
Delta 1700 Atlanta approach the Atlanta.
143. Enter.
6 right, and if you don't make 11 and 14, then no worries.
And 61.
12,000. Alright, now 12,000 right. Delta 25,
There you go, folks. We are all G to G. All right. Next, let us close all doors and hatches.
25, 7 have you clear visual approach runway 26 right, maintain 180 knots or greater until the final approach fix.
Alright, 18 or greater.
It's time to start the APU.
26 right. Delta 25 left 790.
Delta 202, set and maintain 67.
Hey, Whiskey Tango, center, we're turning right base.
Hey, Whiskey Tango, you caution weight turbulence from the part of the parallel. Runway 21 right, clear for the option, 1 com.
200 right, clear for the option, hey, Whiskey Tango.
Okay, Express Delta 1491, way Bravo 230, currently set for 27 left.
Delta 1491, Atlanta approach, Atlanta altimeter 3022, runway 27 left.
27 left, 3022, Delta 1491, good evening.
Good evening.
Just turn that off. Get that on the terrain. I like to get some of the noise off. We don't need VORs on right now. We're not following any VORs, so we can take that off. Same thing here. You can just get rid of this noise. This is just extra stuff we're not using. So that's off. Okay, APU is available. So bleeds are coming on. The isolation valve is in the normal position. And now we can get rid of that. We can also get our beacon on. We're going to check that ATIS one more time. Let's get rid of chocks, fuel truck, luggage loader, and the ground powers. So we'll push back straight, and this is the non-moving area, so if he says 26 right, we'll just have to switch it up a little bit. But I doubt we're going to taxi all the way over there, or for 26 left, I should say. We'll see. He may give us 26 left. APU's on. Let's get this to... Oops.
The 2507 winds, 210 at tree, 126 right, good away.
Alright, 26 clear land, Delta 2507.
Line approach, good day, United 1046 with you, 210, got one, just...
Alright, we're just going to leave it there. That's why I want to just be able to roll it. Okay. No worries, boom, boom, boom. Alright, now we got to come back up here, guys, to servos.
202, should maintain 4,000.
Controls. We're going to turn this to on and TAR rate. And let me just make sure that client's in there. Let me check you guys out. Rock City's in the house, man. Good to see you, my G.
21 right here, Foxtrot, 3285.
Good to see you, my G. Alright, now let's go back and check our ATIS. Oops.
It was taxi instructions. Notices to airmen. Operate transponder with mode C on all ramps, taxiways, and runways. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information pop up.
Down to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Atlanta Airport departure information Papa 0252 Zulu.
Papa
West
script.
210 at 3. Visibility 10. Ceiling 25,000 broken. Temperature 7. Duker. Altimeter 3022. Simultaneous departure. Parting runways 26 left. 27. Expect our nav off the ground departing runway 26 left. Expect our nav off the ground departing runway 27 right. Runway 27 right departure taxiway whiskey operations in effect. Ground control will assign
Okay, door
runway
looks
with
good.
taxi instructions. Notices to airmen.
Okay. All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Taxiways and runways. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information pop up.
What's our say again, last?
At this point, we're waiting for the truck.
Double 202 Sagan, your last. I heard a fighting tree shows your own. You said something else.
Flight level 3000.
Gotcha.
Let's see, did she say release parking brake already?
And rotation A5 off. I'm not sure the other traffic point. Cross runway 21 right at Foxtrot.
Tow connected and bypass
Hotel
pin
to the ramp.
inverted.
Cross
Release
runway
parking
34
brake.
Alpha. Traffic go by. Taxi to
And you may start
Taxi
engine.
via Foxtrot off, cross 21 right at Foxtrot.
All right, guys. We're going to push back a little bit, and then we're getting ready to start the right engine. Let's verify. Okay, we're going to have to make sure our percentage looks good for this departure.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the front of the aircraft for a safety demonstration. When the seatbelt light is on, please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened
the field's going to be at 12 o'clock
To
and
fasten,
15 miles
insert the
port
metal
field.
fittings into one another. Tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap.
Double 202, clear visual approach, runway 27 left, the wind's calm, 121 left,
In
27
the
left,
event
good
that
line.
the seatbelt light is not on, we suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened in case of unexpected turbulence.
Okay,
Please
boom,
take a
boom,
few
boom.
moments to now locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. In case of an emergency and we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor that
So
will
all
guide
the
you
center
towards
gravity is
In the event of a
21.
decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind
All
your
right,
head.
let's get the engine
Tighten
started.
straps if necessary, and
Delta
breathe normally.
2507.
Okay, APU bleed on, fuel pumps are on, hydraulics are on, everything should be good to go. Let's get the ignition on.
Turn Bravo short, runway 26.
Calling out, starting second engine.
Alright,
Keep your
left
mask on until a
Bravo,
member
short
of the
at
crew
T6,
advises
left
you
on
to
Delta.
In the event that the pilot decides to take
Welcome
a
aboard,
break,
everybody.
A fashionable life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so,
Line
open
approach
the
November
passenger
251
side
Charlie
and
Victor with you at 5,300, about 40 nautical miles away from Atlanta.
Operation complete.
One
Go
Charlie
ahead and
Joe,
set the
approach
parking brake.
the Peachtree Altimeter
The right side does not inflate automatically.
32.
Blow into the mouthpieces for manual
3032 for November 251 Charlie Victor.
If necessary, this system can be used as a secondary flotation device.
Sorry, you said
Once again,
3022.
all devices must be
223022 information Alpha is now current Peachtree. 8 is on
Please
128.4.
securely stow your personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened.
Altimeter is 3022 at Peachtree, and
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
sorry about that.
All right, y'all. We're gonna start second engine.
128.4.
Prohibited by law. All of this information can be found in the safety card located
All the numbers are looking good.
1284.
Number know if you have
For November 251 Charlie Victor.
for flying with us again, we hope you enjoy your flight.
There we've got N3, N2. So you get about 25. Okay. There you can hear the fuel coming in after 25.
That is 1700, city maintain 4,000. 4,000 up 700.
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time. You have a safe flight.
6 left at Delta, join Delta all the way down to the ramp for Naval.
Great, Delta all the way down into the ramp for Delta 25.
All right.
Good night. Yep.
Good night.
Flaps 2 being selected. And we'll do takeoff config one more time and we shouldn't get any alarms. The aircraft automatically trimmed itself for takeoff, 23%, flaps 2. We've got our...
City maintain 12,000, clear red cloud.
12,000 dark cloud, United 1046.
There we go. Kind of give us our route. And let's do our flight controls check. All right, folks, full up, full down, aileron left, aileron right,
Alright, we got the weather for November 251
Neutral.
Charlie Victor.
251.
Rudder right.
Rudder.
and rudder left. Takeoff configuration is normal. Let's go back off of that, and it'll automatically be on the,
Alright, 210.
let's see,
Then 3,000.
we should have it on wheels for our departure. There we are. And then finally, let's run our checklist here. Pushback truck is disconnected. Okay, next.
Atlanta approach for Lister wings 1142 with you.
That looks good.
At
That looks
18000,
good.
or correction 16013.
Sherwin's 1142, Atlanta approach the Atlanta altimeter.
Engine start, after start. Let's make sure we got there. Engine and controls. Engine selector.
2022, information Charlie
It's
on
a good
board.
thing
We'll
we're
be
doing this
expecting
check. We need to
6
put it into the normal position. So now we can just reset it and then run it again. There we go. APU bleeds. We can get this to off. So bleed off. Air to normal. APU off. Anti-ice is not necessary. APU generator push button is off. I never push it off, but you know, if we want the generator button off, we certainly could. There we go. And then if you just reset it again, boom, come back, it's going to go green. Flap lever set, pitch trim check, ECAM status is good to go.
Down at 2, turn it up to the other.
Passenger data is off, so they want passenger data off. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to open up this little, let's go this way. Okay, now you're going to come back here, we're going to reset it, and boom, passenger data is off. Cabin altitude mode, cabin verse mode is in auto. Okay, that checklist looks good.
27 right. Just pay attention to that next
And
time. Atlantic control.
taxi, nose lights, runway turn off, parking brakes, auto brake,
Lima to the rear.
set. We're good to go.
United 1046, reduce speed to 210 knots, then descend and maintain 4,000.
210, then 4,000 knots.
And Atlanta departure, this is Delta 318 Heavy pushback from stand Echo 14 information. Papa's ready to taxi.
Delta 318 Heavy Atlanta, do you need 27 right or are you okay with 26 left?
We'll prefer 27 right, sir.
Delta 318 Heavy, runway 27 right, taxi via Delta, short of Lima for now.
Taxi via Delta, we'll hold short of Lima for Delta 318 Heavy.
JetBlue 202, make a left there to join Lima, short of Delta if you need to take the alleyway.
Okay, so here's Delta. We're going to hold short of Lima, so we're going to come out and pick up this taxiway here.
Delta 700,
So we'll turn left hard, pick up the taxiway, and we're out of here, guys.
220,
Nose, taxi, on.
Turn right at 220, I'm sorry.
Boom. Alright, let's go. Brakes off. Parking brakes off. If I can find it. Guys, welcome aboard Delta Airlines flight 318 Heavy. Service to Orlando. Very short flight, but high capacity, so we can test this thing out. Green light, my G. Good to see you, my man. A350. For the win, my G. Yes, sir.
Delta 1700, turn right heading 240, and go to localizer, runway 26 right, speed 180.
Okay, this is going to be Delta.
Speed 180, 1700.
Taxiway, we'll take it and we'll hold short Lima.
Runway 1142, set and maintain 12,000.
12,000. Next 142.
Delta 1491, turn left heading 360, speed 180.
360 and 180, Delta 1491.
Taxiway is clear left.
Good day, Brent, for Delta 1491 on the heading. It was 320.
Heading 360, speed 180.
360 on the heading, 180 on the speed, Delta 1491.
Delta 1491, the traffic's going to be on the parallel at 12 o'clock at 5 miles, 737 westbound. Report them set.
On your side, Delta 1491.
Thank you. Delta 1700, the field is going to be at 12 o'clock in 2 miles for the film set. Inside Delta 1700. Delta 1700, maintain 180 knots to the final approach fleet, clear visual approach runway 26 right. 180 to AJ, clear visual 26 right, Delta 1700. Delta 1491, turn left heading 300, join localizer, runway 27 left.
300 will join the localizer, Delta 1491.
Nice and easy here.
Fields inside Delta 1491.
And Atlanta departure, Delta 318 Heavy on Delta, holding short Lima.
Delta 318 Heavy, continue to taxi Lima Charlie, short of 27 right.
Continue to taxi Lima Charlie, short of 27 right, Delta 318 Heavy.
Delta 1491, the field is going to be at shore 11 o'clock at 9 miles for the film site.
Fields inside Delta 1491.
Delta 1491, maintain 180 knots to the final approach phase, clear visual approach runway 27 left.
Clear visual 27 left, 180 till final, bridge side Delta 1491.
United 1046, turn right heading 180, speed 180.
180,
Delta 1700, the wind's calm, runway 26 right, clear to land. Delta 7200, runway 26 right, wind calm, clear the land.
Alright guys, we're gonna go Lima Charlie.
251 Charlie Victor, the fuel station 12 o'clock and 10 miles for the field site.
We got fuel in sight for November 251 Charlie Victor.
251 Charlie Victor, you can enter the right downwind, runway 21 left.
So
Be sure to be out to the street 022.
Alright, enter the right downwind
Okay,
for runway 21
Charlie.
left.
We're doing a
for
flex
ATC,
takeoff, guys.
November
Altimeters across the board,
November
3022.
Victor.
Delta 1491 to wind calm, runway 27 left, clear the land.
Please have a clear land on 1491.
Runway's 1142, set and maintain 7,000.
7,000 for 1142.
Delta 1700, the wind's calm, runway 26
Top
right,
altitude's
clear
10,000.
the land. 1046, right turn 240 on the localized, runway 26 right.
10,000 set.
Right, 240,
You can see all these aircraft coming in.
How's it sound for Delta 1700? Delta 1700, got you loud and clear now, wind's calm, runway 26 right, clear the land. Alright, sounds good. Wind's calm, 26 right, clear the land, Delta 1700.
Okay, yep, that's Lima 14. We got a bird inbound here.
You know, 1046, set and maintain 3,000.
3,000.
This is Lima 16.
1142, set and maintain 3,000.
3,000, 1142.
No, 1046, clear for the approach, runway 26 right.
And this is Lima Charlie.
Final approach, good evening, Delta 78, flight table 180, descending to 8,000. We have information, Charlie.
Delta 788, Atlanta approach station Charlie, runway 27 left.
Runway 27 left, Delta 788.
Good evening, approach Delta 6432, sending the Triple 1 with Charlie.
Delta 6432, Atlanta approach the Atlanta altimeter 3022, runway 26 right.
Nice little Airbus coming in.
251 Charlie, Victor. The wind's calm, runway 21 left, clear the land.
Winds acknowledged, runway 21 left, quick land for November 251 Charlie Victor.
All right. And Atlanta departure, Delta 318 on Lima Charlie, holding short, runway 27 right.
Delta 318 heavy, Atlanta departure, the winds calm. RNAV to football, 127 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV to football, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff, Delta 318 heavy.
Delta 1491, welcome to Atlanta, short of 27 right at Tango. You have traffic departing downfield.
Alright, hold short and Tango, runway.
Nose wheel on. We'll do
Delta
logo on too.
1700, welcome to Atlanta. You can cross runway 26 left at Bravo 2, join Foxtrot to the ramp.
26 at Bravo 2, 5 to the ramp, 1700.
Aircraft is set for takeoff.
1046, finally give it to you, wind calm, 126 right, clear the line.
Cover the ones, clear line 26 right, 1046.
That bad boy looking official. All right. Final. Appears to be clear, but there could be some planes out there lurking.
November 251 Charlie Victor going around.
251 Charlie Victor. Oh, let's see what you did there. Roger, turn left turn, heading 030.
Left turn heading 030 for November 251 Charlie Victor.
251 Charlie Victor, that left turn 030 is going to be the downwind for only 21 left. You tried to land runway 16,
All right.
I gave you 21 left.
Gotcha,
Time started.
Gotcha. Land, you said you
Man,
want
flex
for the left
61.
Hey,
Takeoff
for
power
right
set,
instructions,
no
we're
alarms.
at the right downwind, runway 21 left, clear the land, but you tried to join 16, so left turn 0.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Entering vectors now for a final, runway 21 left.
Center line.
Okay, so final for
Airspeed's
runway
alive.
21 left for November 251 Charlie Victor.
80 knots. Cross check.
Runway runway 1142, turn right heading
100 knots.
180, speed 180.
180.
V1 is 141, along with rotate.
V1.
And rotate. Positive rate, gear up.
Number 1491, cross runway 27 right at Tango, come on, leave it to the ramp, have a good night.
Tango, leave it to the ramp, Delta 1491, good day.
Climb power.
Runway 1142, flying 230.
230, we're trying to get us to turn.
And he said RDAV to football, but it was really slow.
318, have you ready to contact at a 3,200, stay on 2 fast.
3,300, climbing 10,000 via SID, Delta 318 heavy.
Delta 318 heavy, climb maintain 14,000.
Up to 14,000, Delta 318 heavy.
251 Charlie, Victor.
Speed check, flex 1.
Flying 290.
Hey, 290, for November 251 Charlie Victor.
Alright, 14,000.
64, 30, we set a maintain 12,000.
Maintain 12,000, 430.
Delta 788, set a maintain 6,000.
You said I maintain 6,000, Delta 78.
There we go. Gotta pull it out.
My apologies, sir.
Speed check, flaps up.
Runway 1142, no worries, you can keep that right turn, heading 240.
40 on the turn.
Digital aircraft, we got a controller change in progress, stand by.
Nose gear off. Okay. Speed brake disarm. It's going to hand flyer up to 10,000.
251 Charlie Victor, clear to land any runway at the Peachtree Airport.
Alright, clear to land any runway at the Peachtree Airport.
Runway 142, we're 240 now, sorry.
Okay, we got a nice little left turn coming up here.
And departure 91046, footage from 26 right on Bravo 226 left Bravo 2, Clement Tango 19.
910.
I think that's really got stuff on for 246.
Springs 1142, join the localizer, advise when you have a field inside. Spring Wings 1142, join the localizer, advise when you have the field inside.
Join the localizer, advise when we have field sight for 1142.
Autopilot is engaged, 10,000.
Maintain 5,000.
Gentlemen, we
Fly
now
heading 230,
pass
maintain 5,000,
now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated and do not concentrate
Alright.
in the galley or
And
the
logo, nav,
This
beacon,
aircraft is
strobe
equipped with
on.
onboard
That's all good.
Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you will be required to pay a
We'll
small
do the after
Yeah, 1046, cross runway 26 left.
takeoff checklist here soon.
Connect to the Wi-Fi to find out more
Bravo 256 right, thank you.
There we are.
Runway 1142. I'm sorry, she already told you to join her before we got the color set.
Alright, so everything here is looking good.
1142, Rudder 1A, we'll clear to approach runway 263.
Let's get that off wheel so we can get a status page there. Okay, and you can see us getting close to 14,000, so we'll stay in his airspace until he has us come up higher. those engines kind of piping back.
Delta 318, switching my frequency, Atlanta Center 3297.
Your frequency 3297 for Delta 318 Heavy. Alright, 3297.
Wing left 42, full 89, west 26 left, or correction, 26 right.
Runway's left 42, wind's gone, 126 right, good line.
And on 32.97, Delta 318 Heavy with you.
Delta 318, Atlanta Center, climb maintain, flight level 390.
Up to flight level 390, Delta 318 Heavy. Alright, we're going to start climbing up again here, optimally after we speed up. We're going to go weather radar on though. Traffic is already on. And you can see we've got this one extended out for kind of a further view. You see it about 120 miles will be at a top of climb. There's our vertical profile over an elongated ascent profile.
26, expect the visual approach runway 27 left to Atlanta.
You can see here on our departure.
I'll be going up here in a second.
Expect visual 27 left.
She's looking good, folks.
3026, thanks.
Center, Diamond 3598 Whiskey, Logitech. Loud and clear. Thank you, 3598 Whiskey. We need to pick up IFO to Atlanta.
Should I get the flight factor A350, Jarrell says? I think so. I think it's a nice aircraft. It's been through a lot of changes, man. Atlanta, Fort Worth, Houston, Memphis, so we won't have Jacksonville Center on, which is a good thing.
Sorry, I'm blanking.
Okay, we're getting ready to hit transition here.
Call once there, 3598 Whiskey, stand by. The aircraft I was calling far to New York. I just got a PDC from me, and the last guy didn't get your call, sir.
18,000 feet. One thing I always forget to do, which I should have adhered to it on the checklist, is lock the cockpit door.
Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your night.
And I'm going to keep the seatbelts on.
At 35908 Whiskey, Atlanta Center, you were calling for clearance. It's going to be with me. What field are you at?
We're in standard, cruise flight set, anti-ice required, seatbelts required, ECAM memo review, nav aids. So let's go and check our optimal climb. So optimal flight levels 381 will be at 390. That's been checked. ECAM status here, but we can also go down here and get a status check. ECAM status is normal.
6432, fly heading 180. It's 6432, what's your current indicator, airspeed? That is 6432, rudder. Go to 788 at the film site.
Alright, 10 minutes in the air, folks.
788, clear visual approach, 127 left, wind calm, 27 left, good line. And Center 3598 Whiskey, we are currently at Emerson Regional, Kilo Alpha, November, Bravo. Runway's left 42, cross runway 26 left at, runway 26 left at Charlie, North Fox.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Dre Sanchez YouTube channel.
This is his first officer in life, his wife, and I would like to extend a big thank you to all of you for flying with us today. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and always be courteous to other passengers on board. We appreciate all of your support and hope that you will join us each stream as we grow the channel
so
together.
over to Orlando we go.
Positivity and information sharing is always welcome. So please, do not hesitate to add your comments in the chat. Once again, welcome aboard and we will get you to your destination safely. Thank you.
Frequency 3297, squawk 2627.
And we'll be out of here pretty quick out of this airspace.
Give you crossing instructions. Cross runway 26 left at Charlie. Texas Radio Foxtrot. No, you're fine. That's why I'm working two bridges at the same time. Have a good night.
You can see the line in the ortho right here. Woo, one tile to the next.
3000 Whiskey, we'd advise on wheeling the air. Rudder, just calling back with your holding short number 1 for exchange to advise for. Call back on holding short number 1, 359 Whiskey.
Flight Center, citation 3414 Alpha. We're 430, about 50 south of you. Follow the R.
3414 Alpha, Atlanta Center, you guys ready to contact positions reported by level 4, Range Rover. I'm sorry, Electric, I'm calling on 3347, what's your call sign?
You're talking about citation 3414 Alpha?
Negative, on 13347,
Udamus.
I'm working two frequencies, guys. You're on 133.47, what was your call sign? I can't hear you.
Alright guys, we're going up to 390.
Okay, I'm sorry, come on people, Delta 6432.
When we get into Orlando, we're going to do airside 4.
Yeah,
So this is 36 left, so we'll
34,
have to
Delta 6432.
make ourselves available to travel back down potentially Zulu, pick up Echo, and bring our way down in and maybe pop in Echo 5 here.
27, 6000, 3026.
Atlanta Center, American 1831, at flight level 30.
American 1831.
It's like about 80 miles until we get to our time climb.
Descend via the Parker 4.
Descend via the Parker for arrival and altimeter 3018, all American 1831.
American 2166, pod discretion, descend to maintain flight level 240.
Seeing what views I got here.
American 2166, Atlanta Center.
All right.
1959, Atlanta Center, runway 26 left, or runway 27 right, rather. Text via Lima Charlie.
Airtime is about an hour and 1 minute, so we literally only got about 45 minutes to go or so. So we should be on the ground there at Orlando with this high capacity route.
Atlanta Center, American 2166, flight level 370.
American 2166, Atlanta Center. Net pilot discretion to center maintain for level 240.
Descend maintain flight level 240, American 2166.
Mercury 414 Alpha, descend maintain for level 240. November Tree 414 Alpha, descend to maintain for level 240.
instruction for 1 Bravo.
Citation 14 Alpha, descend and maintain for level 240.
Down to 240, 1 Bravo.
Boom room check-in. We'll just see if Leo's anywhere around there. All right. Doing good. Extend this out a little bit now. Okay, there's our top of the climb just after, it's probably about 65 miles or so. You can see the vertical profile there on the BSD is indicating the same thing.
That is 6432, cross runway 26 left, at Bravo 2, attach review Fox. That is 6432, cross runway 26 left, Bravo 2, join Foxtrot to route. Fighting 30, Christian Fighting 320, set maintain 4000.
Fighting 320, set maintain 4000, 2036.
Delta 1959, it's going to be RNAV to RNAV to Slaw, 127 right, clip down.
RNAV to Slaw, 127 right, clip down. District from as a left turn heading 240, Delta 3026.
Delta 3026, fly heading 320.
320.
Gains into Diamond 3598 Whiskey, holding short 5 at Henderson Regional, ready for departure.
So that's good. 36 left, still good. 030, 6 knots.
Switching my frequency, Atlanta Center 3297. 359 Whiskey.
Let's put the standby freaking.
Time now 0349 to Lewis, not off by 03552 to report back to the frequency door to advisors, bro.
Okay, this is the
359 Whiskey.
frequency for our CTAF frequency for Orlando.
Go to 490, runway 26, correction, runway 27, right, Lima Charlie, taxi, Lima Charlie. Go to 520, follow the company, runway 27, right, Lima Charlie. Go to 1959, correction, we are now to football.
Hey, firm, we're now to football, 1959.
right, about 1,700 to go, and we'll be at top of climb. Oh my goodness. Not bad, hour and 30, probably 30 of it was wasted on trying to figure out how to manipulate that situation there.
And Center 359 Whiskey in the air, 1,000 feet. Whiskey, identified.
1,000 to go.
359 Whiskey gets ready contact out of 16,000. Con maintain 7,000. Correct, Chef.
Con maintain 7,000. 359 Whiskey.
All right, look how coincidental that is. Our top of climb is literally on the transition onto the standard terminal arrival of the Grinch arrival. And then you can see we don't have that long for cruise. We're going to have about 70 miles or so until it's time for top of descent. He should be given the notification I'm leaving his airspace any soon.
Go to 3026. You have the filter site. It's going to be at your 11 o'clock in 10 miles.
Yes, sir. We're having a few people on us here. That's 3026.
Go to 3026. Clear visual approach runway 27 left. Wake on runway 27 left. Clear.
Excuse me.
Clear visual approach 27 left. 27 left. Clear land. That's 3026. Thank you.
Go to 490 R9 football. Runway 27 right. Leave Charlie. Clear to go. 520, runway 27 right, limit Charlie, line of boy. Delta 30, correction. Delta 520, switch my frequency 3297.
So what happened was he was approached.
Digital aircraft on frequency if you're on the ground or in the air in Atlanta, switch to my frequency 132.975.
He was approached, but he's qualified for center, so the center guy went off, so he switched over.
Send me the flips 4, Charlotte's. Send me the flips 4. Charlotte's landing south. The Charlotte altimeter is going to be 3018.
3018, and descend via the flips 4 arrival, American 2166.
See, we made our cruising altitude here. You hear those engines dial back.
Atlanta Center, evening Endeavor 4703 is level 190. Go to 318, leave American to the south, frequency to advise through how we go.
Over to advisory. Thanks for all your ATC services. Happy holiday season to you, Delta 318 Heavy.
Happy holidays, good. Endeavor 4703, land approach the Atlanta altimeter street 022, cross class.
Alright, we're on Unicom now. And we're almost ready for our top of descent here. Let's take a look at our chart and see what our bottom altitude is. It's 5,000 at Bryce. descent checklist. Weather's a pain. Landing election, barrel reference, ECAM, status and memo, approach data, insert, position nav aid, section pages required, auto brake is required. Okay, let's start doing this. Auto brake for runway 36 left. Definitely going to be 2. And let's get that weather in there. Just got it. Let's get it again. 0306 knots. Six knots. 3022. Outside temperature 17 Celsius. Minimums, we'll do radio, is 290, but it's really 293 because landing elevation is 93. So anytime this is 200 in the radio, that means whatever the barometric altitude is gonna only be 200 feet above the ground. So that's why that matches up. Take away the 93, they're both 200. So we'll type in the radio. And winds are fairly calm, so we're going to do a full flaps landing. Now, if we didn't do a full flaps landing, we would essentially have to go into the servos and turn off the... let's say you were going to land in this aircraft configuration 3, so that you don't get the GPWS callouts, which you would do. And you can do this on our Airbuses, they're just located in different areas. You would come here into the controls, and right under the terrain awareness warning system, you would turn this flap mode off if you're landing flaps 3, so you don't get the warning. If you're landing on an RNAV, you would turn the glide slope off, and if you were landing flaps 3 on RNAV mode, you would literally turn both of these off. So that's something we don't have to do right now because the winds are treating us right, man. So weather's been obtained. We've already selected we're landing 36 left. The barrel reference is preset. It's preset in there. It's essentially, though, the same altimeter as it was in Atlanta. ECAM status and memo. And look at that, we're already there, ready for pretty much our descent. Oops. Orlando and surrounding traffic on Unicom Delta 318 Heavy is an Airbus A350-900, now vacating flight level 390, descending on the Grunge 5, expecting transition runway 36 left for Orlando. Let's switch to CTAP, about 20 miles out from the field. Alright, so we're already on the way down, guys. Music's coming off. Just like that, we're on our way down. First constraint is going to be flight level 240 or above at Mayer. Mayer, they'll have us at 250, so we're at 240 or above, or 24,000 feet or above, which is good. Bryce, 210, 5,000. That's what we want to see. We got a discontinuity next. Of course, it's going to have us manually flying, you know, same heading, 003. We'll continue that. Until we get back to... And actually, this 003 is incorrect because we'll be traveling south. So this is anticipating the turn back to the north, which would be 003. So departing, Bryce, we're going to stay heading 186 until we do our left turn, guys. So let's check the ECAM status. Status is normal. Approach data has been inserted. Position the nav aids page. So you would just come here, check your nav aids, and this is what you want to see. Landing IMCO 11190 with a front course heading of 276. Let's see if that makes sense to us. Oops. So 1119005. 11190. I don't know why this course is that. Final approach course 005. Let's look and see if it's these things that we turned off. And it won't let us change it, so I'm assuming the course is this right now, simply because where we're at, but it's got the... So we'll double check this back. Auto brake we said we're going to set to 2, so how you got to do it in this aircraft, you got to go to wheel, and the auto brake setting, you're going to grab this guy here and just, we're going to go auto brake 2. Oops. There we go. Auto brake is set to 2. And we're also set the speed brake, or the ground spoilers. So auto brake, anti-ice is a non-issue, no weather. And at 10,000 feet, we'll get that. At transition, we'll get the constraints on. Aircraft is actually performing beautifully, if I do say so myself. Cool thing in this aircraft, here goes your braking that you set up. Guys, we're doing good. It'll be about a 6-knot headwind, or actually it's a crosswind. It's probably going to be like 4 head, 2 cross. Okay, nice and easy as it goes, guys, as we descend down into Orlando. Okay, we got about 8,000 feet to go to transition. We got a little bit of the stuff there coming up, so let's just make sure our anti-ice looks good. We'll see if we get any icing alerts, and then we'll most certainly turn our anti-icing on if necessary. Almost at our descent rate. If we can descend kind of right through this gap, we should be fine. But we'll also let the aircraft let us know if there's something that it doesn't like, and then we'll react accordingly. It's my standard X-plane pause. Alright, 24,000. And depending, you can see the green vertical path indicator there to indicate our perfect descent angle and vertical speed allocation for our descent on the Grinch 5. Right now, nothing's egregious. Speed is manageable. Our descent is only 1,300 feet per minute. Vertical speed in the negative, so that we're descending down. Yeah, we're just waiting for transition. Transition, we'll get the constraints on. At 10,000, we'll get the terrain on, as well as the landing system. Good thing is altimeter is staying the same. Alright, so one thing I want to check. We're going to check airside 4. It's airside 2, here's airside 4. We'll be taxiing this way, probably enter the ramp right here at Echo 5 or Echo 4, and normally, from what I understand, these are the Delta gates over here. So even though we may get on Echo 5, we might take a right and continue that on the ramp taxiway for airside 4 to these gates. If we pull in and we see Delta aircraft over here and we see an opening, these look definitely large enough, but we'll see. I know for sure Delta lands here or uses this wing 10. So we come off the runway here, we come back, we find ourselves here on Echo. Cross the bridge, Echo 5, boom. Bada bing, bada boom. But we're going to want to go mist, climb 500 feet, then left climbing turn to 3,000 on the 340 track. Outbound on the Orlando VOR on the radial 248. So it'll be the radial off of the VOR, the Orlando VOR. You know, kind of like this, because 270 would be like this, so it's going to be like that. So if we're heading north, of course, it makes sense, it's a left turn. Then we join this radial. And then we go to Denmore, which is 6 miles for the Orlando VOR here, and it's right turns. Continue to climb and hold 3,000. If we double check our FMC, there it is here. There's the intercept, there's the hold. Aviation Geek is in the house, man. What's up, my G? Good to see you. It's been quite a while, fam bammers. All right, folks, we're coming up right here on transition. Let's start working our transition. .3002. We're going to turn our constraints on. All right, so we're doing good. Once we get a little closer to the field, we'll switch over to the C-tab, especially when we get about within 20 miles of us establishing left downwind, runway 36 left. Shouldn't be a problem. Constraints are on. Okay, that's at 10,000, so we're not quite there yet. Been busy with the Waffle House lot lizards. I'm sure you have. Getting a waffle on 2 bacon, egg, and cheese, and 4 lot lizards. You silly aviation geek. That boy silly. That boy working them lot lizards. They're out there. That's for sure. So far so good. Look at that, clear skies. We haven't been through any type of significant clouds, which would even warrant us to turn on the anti-ice. All right, about 5,300 to go until we get to our 10,000 feet benchmark. We'll get the landing system on, get seat belts and lights on. My man says he ate 6 fried eggs, 2 pork chops, and an order of sausage bacon the other day at Waffle House. Man, that sounds good. The closest Waffle House to me, Aviation Geek, is in Phoenix, Arizona. So for me, where I live now, that's easily 7 hours away from here. When I lived in Southern California, it was 5 hours away. So man, even though I wouldn't eat that food every day, I sure would eat it a few times a month, that's for sure. I love the Waffle House. I'm not from the South, but I was a military brat growing up, so my dad ended up, his duty station brought him to the South, so we were in the South of the United States at some point, and that's where I was exposed to Waffle House. All right, Aviation Geek trying to make me hungry again. All right, 13.4. Just going to check one more time if that weather didn't switch up, because we checked them kind of early. Seeing it did change, but the knots are 020 at 4. Temperature is the same, altimeter is the same, so I'm glad I checked it. So the wind went down and it's 020. So 020 at 4. Okay, we got a perfect headwind and a cross of 1. Approach speed is 142, so I'll start dialing that in as we get about at 100 feet. I'll bring it back as we're coming over the numbers. We should get 50 feet. And hopefully not extend this thing out for a long landing. ILS 36 left. Let's go up to the nav aids again. Now you guys see that? Front course is changed. ILS DME. Slope is 3 degrees. It all came in. So don't get worried if you're far enough out and the front course doesn't say what it is. It's going off of another VOR. It doesn't really get to it until you're getting closer and it's picking that up. Boom, boom, room. Ain't booming tonight. You silly. So now nav aids are good, man. I like that. So we're good to go there. 11,500, so we got about 1,500 feet until we need to perform our 10,000 feet benchmark checklist. And look at this, we're basically within 30 of the field, so I'll do one more call on Unicom. On Unicom, Delta 318 Heavy Airbus 350-900, currently out of 11,000 feet on the Grinch 5, direct to Blake and 1 nautical mile. We'll be transitioning for runway 36 left full stop, switching over to CTAF. Time now. So this is CTAF, so now we're just going to switch to call. Orlando traffic, Delta 318 Heavy Airbus A350-900 out of 10,400, descending on the Grinch 5, overhead Woval and 6 miles, entering left downwind runway 36 left full stop, Orlando. All right, landing systems can come on. Let's see, I'll leave weather on for a bit and let's get our lights on. Okay, only thing we got to do is put nose on once the gear comes down. Stereo lights, flight data, barrel references check. Okay, speed brakes is required. Everything is all set up. Hi, Poppy. Okay, weather on EFS. Yep, that's what I did. Holding pattern is required. Okay. Descent, we're good, so we decided to keep the weather on. And we're going to go for our precision approach, which is the ILS.
The flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seat, fasten your seatbelt.
Okay, approach phase check. We already did that. We already did our positioning monitor and we checked our nav aids. We're going to manage speed, and speed brake is required, of course. That's the initial descent. Okay. APP, push button on FCU, select on. That's not until we get lined up.
Select any track one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat.
At our last fix, we'll be at 210. Then we'll take the speed over from there, 5,000. Now, if we want to turn in early, we've got X-band, which is here. Our initial approach fix, though, can be at 5,000, so we're going to descend to 4,000 so we can get established, be under the guide slope. All right, folks, we're going to get terrain on this side and we'll keep weather on this side. All right, we've got to be 8 at the next one, and then we'll start descending to 5. Dory is 8, and Bryce is 5, 210. Nothing coming up on weather radar. Now you can see the ILS is already coming up. It's being indicated, but it's reading it from the nose here. It's just picking up the signal. So don't even worry about this yet. We got to fly our downwind, which is a left downwind because we're going to be making left traffic. And then the numbers will be accurate once we get to the initial approach fix. The AnyBuilds A350 is awesome. Don't get me wrong, it does a lot of stuff. You can even see your map on here. It's got weather. You can request the weather and all that stuff. So the flight factor, if you guys remember when this thing first came out, I think this was the first plane I got for X-Plane, 2017. You couldn't even fly SIDS or stars in here. This thing just was, it was enjoyable, but not enough to where you wanted to do an actual flight on VATSIM, because you had to do all this other stuff. You had to have even another plug-in just to get the FMC to work. So this flight factor has come a long way. And with the addition of the sound pack, now there used to be another sound pack, I think from FT Sims back in the day, but it no longer worked with X-Plane 12. But the Mango Studios does. So I think having this with the Mango Studios is a big difference. Orlando traffic, Delta 318 heavy, established left downwind for runway 36 left, direct Bryce at 12 nautical miles, expecting full stop, Orlando. Okay, if we're looking out, I wonder if we're too close to it, but the field is out there. Can't see it just as of yet. See if we can see it this way. Here's the field here. So here's the field here. This is 1, let me see, I know this is 2 and 4. So this should be airside 4 here. Hey, appreciate you, Aviation Geek. Appreciate you, my G. So there we go, guys. Okay, so we're approaching our constraints here. Bryce, 5,000, 210. Now, Exaban is 4,000. I'm going to plan my turn in here, because even Connie's at 5. So, let's, first of all, let's get some controls on for you guys. We're going to go ahead and bring our altitude down to 5. And we're going to let the aircraft do its best descent doing that. So we're going to do a pull. So now we're going to keep descending through 5,000 to 4,000. With this big boy, I don't want to turn in here too early. On a 10, we'll at least give it a 15. So we'll fly slightly past. I'll go direct to, we'll fly between the midpoint. You know, it almost even looked like we're here because I want to get established, be under the glide slope, so I don't have to descend to 3,000. And at this point, we can monitor that, as well as get the speed going. Don't forget final approach speed. Let's get our perf here. Is 142. I'll make final 145 until we start getting around 150, 200. I'll start dialing that speed back for final approach speed, especially with flaps full landing on the Airbuses, which they normally do. You know, A340, they normally do. It's coming from an Airbus pilot. Of course, when the winds are egregious, they don't. Now, remember I said the distance? Now it's increasing because we're away. So I said don't even worry about that. And you can see right now we're abreast of here. That's why it's showing that this glide slope would be above it, but that's because we are above it at 4,000, and we're abreast of a mirror. But as soon as we get past this thing will come right back up. And see, now we're 4,000. We'll hold 4,000 until we get about to Connie, and then we'll go direct to. Actually, we'll just go direct to Connie here and make it a nice 90-degree turn. All right, that nose is pretty high, so speed check flaps 1. Getting a little precipitation here. I'm gonna have to check that out, Aviation Geek. I'm gonna have to check that bad boy out. I haven't seen the that KC-135R. I saw one. I'm gonna have to look at that aircraft tanker. Now, you see what I'm talking about, guys? We're going to be abreast of X-band. Look at the glide slope indicator here. Now it's coming back up. As we get to Connie, it'll be nice and high. We'll make our left turn. Going to wait till it gets a little bit further up, and then we'll activate it and we'll swing right over to Connie. Once we swing over to Connie, I'll start slowing the aircraft down. Fact, let's get that set up for speed. Check. Let's get a little south of it, a little more south. Orlando traffic, Delta 318, left base, runway 36 left. All right, we're going to start bringing that speed back. Oh, I see. In general. I think the KC-135 Romeo is cool. I love all KC-135s. I like it a lot, mate. Nice left turn there. I wish they would have those KC-135s flyable in DCS. That would be dope. I'd actually do the tanking. Alright, you can see another decel spot there. We'll make our turn at 200 and we'll start reducing our speed, because then we're going to get established. terrain on both now. Orlando traffic, Delta 318 heavy. Turn to final, runway 36 left, full stop. Okay, as we're coming through, we want it to be less than 30 degrees. Okay, there's less than 30 degrees. Localizer. Approach. Okay, guys, we're on a 17-mile final. Let's dial that speed back now to 180. About 2,000 above, 2,500 feet above. We'll get the landing gear down. Speed check, flaps 2. $15-mile final. We'll keep speed up 180. Glide slope is captured. We are fully established. ILS runway 36 left. We know on the mist we're going to be left up to 3,000. All right. Just going to start here because that's probably where we're going to be getting off, somewhere around here. Exit stage right. So 2,097 should have us exactly 2,000 feet above the ground. $12-mile final. Tanking and banking in the KC. Yeah, that'd be dope. I'd be messing with people on purpose, Aviation Geek. Hey man, you're not steady. Hey, it's the winds. Orlando traffic, Delta 318 heavy, 10-mile final, runway 36 left. Exit stage right, rudder right. Alright, we're at 2,700 feet. Let's start bringing that speed back slightly. $170.
2,500.
Right at 2,500. Gear down. Radial altimeter is active and alive. And let's start making best concessions here. And speed check, flaps 3.
2,000.
Landing gear is down, 3 green. It's also 3 green in the aircraft. You can see here, 1, 2, 3 green. Auto brake is set to 2. Spoilers are armed, and we'll set flaps for landing. $7-mile final. And let's start bringing that speed back. 147. Speed check. Flaps full. Alright folks, it's time to go to work. Letting this aircraft settle itself down. My aircraft. Check. 700 feet above. Minimums will be 293, but 200 radial. 293 barometric, 200 radial. Check. Check. Check.
Minimum 200.
Continue. Check.
50, 40, 30, retard, 10, 5.
Nose wheels down. Reverses are out. Under 80 knots, reverse free. Rolling it out. Now, those little crosswinds were affecting us towards the end. And welcome to Orlando. APU masters on. Toe braking. We're going to make Juliet.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Orlando. The local time is 12:24 p.m. and it's currently about 64 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile
Orlando
devices.
traffic.
Please remain seated
Delta
until the aircraft
318
is
Heavy is clear of runway 36 left on Juliet. We'll be taxiing airside 4 starting Zulu, Orlando. Flaps are coming up. Auto spoilers are disarmed. We'll get the landing lights off. Let me make my turn here. I don't have a first officer. Oops. Let's finish making this turn. We'll get that strobe off correctly. Guys, welcome to Orlando. Chronometer's off. 1 hour and 9 minutes, folks. All right, let's clean up the aircraft. Finish cleaning it up. Got to go slow here while I'm dealing with this. Let's see. Taxi on. Can go wing off. Boom, boom, boom. Logo, nav, runway landing. Okay, we'll keep those on. Buttery smooth landing, professional job. Hey, I appreciate you, my G. I appreciate you. We do what we can. APU is available. Flaps are confirmed up, stowed. And we're on to airside 4. We're on Zulu, and we'll pick up Echo. And we still have 7.4 tons of fuel on board, so we definitely, our final reserve was 6.9. Then we'll run the replays. So we'll be here, Echo, past airside 3, so I was wrong. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to come here, take Echo, cross runway, that's 36 right. On Echo. Here comes our left. Okay, let's start toe braking it a little bit here. Get the MCP altitude back up to 10 for the next flight group. Taxiway to the right is clear. Yeah, maybe. We'll get done with this replay. We'll see what we do. Aviation Geek, no promises. Orlando traffic on Echo, Delta 318 Heavy will be crossing runway 36 right. Continue taxi on Echo to airside 4, Orlando. Alright, back to the annoying part. Let's just do landing lights on and hit this one strobe to auto. Should recognize we're doing that. Runway to the right is clear. Runway to the left is clear. I think it's just because I'm wearing this hat. That guy doesn't like it, man, unless I put the clip on. Alright, we'll continue on Echo. Now we can kind of pick the taxi up. Again, if we pull in Echo on the Echo 5 and we see Delta right there, I will, but I'm pretty sure the Delta aircraft all go to the 70s, airside 4. See, there's United. That's airside 3. Okay, as soon as we cross this bridge, and here is airside 4. Let's go to the Echo 5 turn in. First one's Echo 3. Little brakes here going downhill. There we go. Okay, here's 5. We'll whip it in here. Work our way around. Very unique how they did this aircraft. I mean, this airport. Got to be pretty specific to trying to follow the correct path for the aircraft because of the wingspan of these larger aircraft, you know. And there's the Delta aircraft over here. As promised, this is Delta's side here. All right, let's start looking. We should literally just pull into this gate and be done with it. There's a nice friendly Delta aircraft, and this gate here looks copacetic. So let's pull her in. All right. Engines off. APU's on and confirm. Beacon can come off. Logo can stay on. Thought I turned that nose off. That's my bad. It was all up in his eye. You guys saw the attempt. Boom. And then, of course, we're going to... Why aren't we getting... Oh, you know what? The generator was off. So we should have did the push button. But that's okay, man. Alright, we have the standby. And we're going to go to... Not this. We're going to go here. Because we got to get our... Squawk off. Standby. Standby. There you guys go. Welcome to Orlando, my friends. Let's get this off. 2 does walking the bar just there we go. Alright, let's see what we did. Hopefully we made the pasajeros proud, man. That was a full flaps landing. Negative 203, not bad. What's around doesn't have drinks. 241, 92% satisfied. Planned arrival, actual arrival, so about 6 minutes late. Negative 203, very nice landing. We'll discard that. Take this right over here and let's disconnect and let's do some replay, y'all. It's coming about right here. Guys, man, this one was a good one, so we'll see. Drinks will be served when you get into the terminal and buy them. You ain't lying. Only thing, the lights aren't on. I wonder if you got to come in here and turn them on. Let's check. Let's check if that made a difference. Because some of the things works, you don't have to do anything. Sometimes you do. There we go. Look at that. That's just for the replay. Beautiful. Beautimous. All right. And we let that nose settle down before we got the reversers out. Got her settled down. Beautiful. That was something to talk about there, y'all. Almost right at the touchdown blocks. Air Force Land. Appreciate your aviation geek. Awesome, fam Bamaruskis. Let's see if we get a good F3er. Let's see where this thing's at. That was too far out.
100.
All right. Then we'll do one more last replay and I'll decide if we in fact want to do a return leg. Beautimus. All right. Let's do one longer replay. All right, folks, enjoy the replay, and we'll see what we're doing after we get to the gate, my G's.